I've told you in the past that Catfish has been one of the most popular shows in my household for years. My mother doesn't miss an episode of this show. And now we're back. And I have to ask, okay, so I'm going to start off by asking you, Neve, give us a little sneak peek of what viewers can expect with these upcoming episodes.
Whoever you're talking to has been lying.
Tuesdays on MTV. Get hooked on all new episodes of Catfish.
How much money did you send her?
About 10,000. This woman could be a con artist.
Oh my God.
Hosts Neve and Kamie reel in the biggest scammers yet.
I want to punch the wall right now.
But when fishing for the truth,
got her.
You never know what you'll catch.
Come outside so I can see who you are. What the
Catfish. All new episodes starting Tuesday, October 3rd. Part of MTV's Tuesday Takeover.
We did have some things happen that certainly had not happened before. We were just talking about how this season seems wildly to be one of the sort of biggest financially devastating in terms of people who gave money, lots of money to their hopeful sweethearts and unfortunately in many cases got scammed. And sort of similarly, we had a number of episodes that involved people getting tattoos for or sort of about their online love that also backfired. So that alone, the shock value of those things sort of never gets old. But now I'm trying to think, do we have any happy endings this season? I think, let me see that list again while you...
Happy?
Or...
I don't know about happy.
We do have some interesting co-hosts, which is fun.
Yeah.
Guest co-hosts, because Kamie's so busy. And popular.
We did have a happy ending.
Wait, which one? Oh my God!
But yes. It was like really cute. That one was really cute. It was almost like, do we need to leave? Like, do you need the room?
Right.
Cute. Honestly, I feel like there were so many shocking and devastating moments for these next few episodes that are going to be coming out that the happy ones kind of get, lost in the shuffle, but they're still just as heartwarming and beautiful and deserve to be celebrated too.
So what would you say, this question is for either one of you, what would you say, what sets these new episodes apart from previous seasons in terms of stories, storylines, maybe new themes explored?
Okay.
Well, I was going to say a lot of new apps. People are meeting on a lot of new apps that we've never heard of. Yeah, technology's changing every 5 seconds. And so I think that we change with the times just as much as everything else. If we stayed, stuck in all of our old ways of thinking and navigating things, I don't know how far we'd be, but we've got some IMVUs, there's always different apps every single time that they're like, we met on this app. And we're like, what even is that?
We just heard of a new one today.
Yeah. Wiz. Have you heard of Wiz?
No, but that's so funny you mentioned this because I was going to ask you guys, obviously this show helps people navigate the complexities of online dating. So does the new season, these new episodes, explore any of these evolving trends or challenges in online dating? And you just said it, apps. I've never heard of this app.
Yeah, there's new ones every single time we film. I really think that we need to get like a sheet made with all the apps, what they're for, because there's ones for meeting friends, there's one for meeting, people who are into the same online gaming as you. We've had people meet on Xbox before. There's so many different ways to meet people, and we can't just think, oh, Tinder, Hinge. Like, no, we're so far beyond that now. I don't even remember the last time we met. We had someone who met on the apps that we all know about. It's always something very obscure.
And it's not dating apps.
Right, yeah.
Because most of these relationships don't start with the sort of intention of romance. Mm-hmm. They start as friendships, random connections, little flirtations,
One thing that I like about some of the episodes that I've been watching recently, or maybe over the past season or so, is anytime they get ready to cut to commercial, Kamie, we always get a reaction of one of your reactions of what's to come. I live for a Kamie reaction. It's like, okay, we can't walk away from the computer because Kamie's reaction tells me something is about to go down. So
don't hit that channel. Don't hit the remote.
Yes. With that said, are there any instances from this season where, for you or Neve, where the truth was more surprising than the fiction?
Man. I mean,
for sure.
Yes. I'm just trying to think of which one. I think the truth mixed with the audacity of people is very, very shocking to me sometimes. The audacity of people to allow certain things and stay, keep their rose-colored glasses on for certain things. And the audacity for people who do these scams, who, pretend to be somebody else, who come out so boisterous, and the lack of humility sometimes. Like our premiere episode, it's going to be on October 3rd. That one, I had to actually tell the Catfish to calm it down because I was just like, you're doing a lot and you're being rude. And I don't see a world where I would know that I've done wrong by someone and then show up and be rude about it. You know what I mean? It's a little audacious to me.
I feel like you as hosts, you have to ask yourselves this season after season is, how do folks keep falling for this stuff? How do you keep getting catfished, right? Especially, if you watch this show, why don't you see the red flag? So let me ask you, Neve, this series has such a loyal fan base. What do you think it is about this show that keeps viewers engaged season after season?
Well, one thing that I learned sort of quickly in making the show, once season 1 kind of came out and it was clear that it was a popular show, was that we had found a formula that works. And despite my instincts to always try to change and improve things, MTV has been very adamant not to change it because it works. And especially in television, when something works, the last thing you want to do is try to mess with it. So I think part of what made the show a continued success and has allowed people to be fans of it for so long is because we've stuck to the foundational components that we established from the beginning. And those allow for a show that has a perfect sort of ratio and mixture of ingredients that include mystery, adventure, obviously investigation, but then really end up being about human emotion, and creating a safe space for people to be vulnerable and open and share their feelings in a mostly non-judgmental and sort of empathetic environment. And I think that's what people, whether they know it consciously or not, come to the show for a little bit of understanding and forgiveness and relatable sort of bad behavior that we've probably all had ourselves at some point in our lives, or lies we've told, or people we've let on in relationships that we feel bad, whatever it is. There's a little bit of us in all of these episodes, and I think that's why people feel such a kind of connection to the show, and they love that Kamie sort of always says it how she sees it, and doesn't really pull punches and sort of is like the big tough sister, and then I'm more of a hopeful and kind of gentle sort of, I guess now, like dad.
Definitely dad
figure.
You give a lot of good dad advice.
Yes, you do.
Dad's been popping out lately.
Although there was one episode I just watched recently, I don't even remember what the case was, but Neve, your reaction, I remember looking at my mom saying to her, he's so over this mess right now. Do you have those moments when you're like, okay, I gotta get up, give me 5 minutes because this is a hot mess. I need to regroup.
I definitely have moments, and probably increasingly so, where I just find myself at a loss. I'm just struggling because I know I have to say something. That's why I'm here.
I love it when you pop off, because when Neve pops off, then I know that I can sit back and I can relax for a second. Because when he pops off, you know you've really messed up. Like, you've really done something bad. If I pop off, it's just a regular Tuesday at 8. But if Neve pops off, you're done it this time.
Yeah.
You're in big trouble.